Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Going to go over our Forex trades for today, Wednesday, April 8th. A busy night and a couple of trades also this morning. So we had a total of 5 trades. Unfortunately, only pulled out 1.1 pips, finishing down after commissions. We had 4 full scalp trades and 1 swing trade. It was actually the swing trade that hit us, unfortunately. But those things happen. Let's go over them here. First one you're looking at, there's no economic data to talk about, so let's just get right to it. First one you're looking at here is Euro US dollar. We were short this 1.08303. It was just a full out scalp. It came down to about 1.08. 26 on the offer, 27 on the offer, was bouncing around there for a while. It was pretty clear that there was a buyer, so we took only 1.8 pips, unfortunately. Like I said, it was a full scalp. Probably was the right move. I mean, it came down maybe a couple more pips. Overnight, you could see what it did there, bounced back up, and then eventually came down. But again, it's a full scalp, so you're looking to make whatever you can make. If we would have held a full scalp, we would have been stopped. Let's see. Yeah, we would have been stopped out on it overnight. So you're not going to hold a full scalp overnight, obviously. U.S. dollar, Swiss franc. This was also another full scalp. We were short this 0.96504. It came down pretty quickly for us, but kind of just hung around. We were up, 3.5, 4 pips, back and forth, and you could see what it did. We ended up taking the 3.2 pips, and it broke down about an hour, maybe an hour and a half later. It finally broke down overnight. Again, you're not going to hold it overnight. Unfortunately, just didn't get any big moves while we were in them. Euro to Australian dollar, this was the swing trade. We were long this 1.41685. If you looked at this on the 30-minute or a 15-minute chart, and you could draw a line. You could draw a line from these tops down and these bottoms. So it's creating you could call it a wedge, and it tried to break out of that wedge, and it was a complete false breakout. Came down. We were originally risking more than this. We had about half our normal trading size. We were risking about 50 pips. But before we shut the computers down for the night, we could see it was finding some support here, breaking, wasn't quite breaking it, but it was going back and forth. So we basically said, so if it takes out these bottoms, we'll take the loss, while we're not watching it. And sure enough, that's exactly what it did. We lost 37.6 pips adjusted for size. That's 18.8 pips. And then it came all the way down. So even if we didn't do that and we risked our original 50, we would have been stopped out of that as well. It was just a false breakout. You get those. You get those with full scalps. You get them with swings. That's part of the business. Euro to yen. This was a full scalp this morning. Again, we gave the signal with plenty of time for people to act on it. Even the swing trade that we just went over, this euro to Australian dollar, we gave it plenty of time to act on it. Unfortunately, if you did, you lost with us, assuming you got stopped out, depending on your risk, of course. As far as this is a full scalp, we were short 130.085 this morning. Came in our favor. It looks a lot easier here than actual trading. You're looking at the support level around here, around the 129.90 level. When it came to the figure, we saw it bust through, and it traded down to 96. But a buyer stepped in real quick. So if you're looking at this on a 5-minute chart, which we use to do full scalps, 5 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. This was based off of 5 minutes. You can see the buyers came in, and when you're at the figure, it could very easily bounce off that, right? So we covered at 129.998, picking up 8.7 pips, and then a matter of maybe 15, 20 minutes later, it busted down. So if you held it, if you didn't, if you would have held it, great. You could have made a lot more. Again, we're looking at support. We're looking at the figure. It's pretty much a no-brainer to get out when you're looking at 8 to 9, 10 pips in your face. Last one was Australian dollar, US dollar. We were long this 0.77086. Again, we gave this with plenty of notification with people. We sold it 0.77148, picked it up to 6.2 pips. Went in our favor rather quickly. Stalled out around this 0.7714 level to 1617 level. We ended up getting out 0.77148, picking up to 6.2 pips. Momentarily, a matter of minutes later, it popped all the way up to 20. and then it eventually tried to get about an hour later, tried to get up to 25, failed, went to 23. We were looking at these bottoms here as an area right around this 0.7715 level as an area where it might try to stall out, which it did momentarily, and that's why we got out, for a few minutes. Tried to get up to 20, went to about 20, 21, failed, stalled out, hovered a lot around that 15 level, then again tried to break out through it, stalled out again when it got into the 22, 23 area. You got these tops here from earlier in the morning, which is around 25, and so far that's capping it. A few hours after we were out of this, you see what happened. It came down here, but it's quickly bounced. So you definitely have buyers here in the Australian dollar. It's got to get through this 0.7725 level. Obviously, clearly, it needs to get through 25, 26, 27 level to make a move higher. Excuse me. So that's it. Like I said, unfortunately, picked up 1.1 pips, finishing down after commissions. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. If you're still trading now, good luck. If any signals come out throughout the day, they'll be coming your way. We'll be looking to trade again this evening and tomorrow morning. Assuming we get some action, we'll do a video tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. And like I said, if you're trading now, good luck.